Hello dear student, today we are going to discuss about the day 2 model answer. Before discussing the day 2 model answer, let me give a small introduction about myself. I have written 5 mains and interview in CSE 2022, and this answer writing program recently we have started. This answer writing program started from 1st of June. It will continue till your February, I think 15th February. And during this program we'll cover entire general study, GS1, GS2, GS3 answer writing program, and some of essay topic as well. So by continuously watching this video of daily answer writing discussion, you'll able to understand the answer writing nitty gritty, different things that you need to incorporate your answer to make your answer unique. That will fetch you good marks in exam. So ultimately it will help you to clear the exam. So please watch this video continuously. Then let's start discussion about the our model answer. Okay. The question is about though Indian constitutions. The question is talking about though Indian constitutions is borrowed from the different constitution of the world, but Indian constitution is unique in its content and essence. Okay. Discuss. So we have to write in 150 words and 10 marks and 7 minutes. Okay. So try to understand the demand of the questions. First, the Indian constitution is borrowed from the different constitution of the world. So in first part you have to show how Indian constitution incorporates the important provision from different constitution of world. Okay, just like we have taken fundamental rights from the USA and parliamentary form of government from the UK. You need to also show that the parliamentary form of government and the rule of law from the UK. Then a directive principle of state policy from the Irish constitution. You also have to mention about the fundamental duties from Russia. Then interstate trade commerce from the Australia. So you have to discuss everything in the first part of your answer. Okay. And second part, but Indian constitution is unique in its content and essence. In the second part of your answer you need to write that though India borrow different provision from different part of the like world, but they are modified or they are make appropriate changes as per need of the India. ठीक है. So हमें second part में यही mention करना पड़ेगा how different provision though we are borrowed from different part of the world, but we are suitably modifying that provisions to according to our need. ठीक है. That is all about the demand of the question. So when there is a tail word discuss, during discuss you need to write two aspect, like just like I am giving an example. When the question having the word discuss, just like you are discussing, for example you are discussing what kind of let's say meal tonight you will going to have. So you might consider some food. So then you find the benefit of that food, then challenges. On the basis of that you ultimately take the decision whether you will go for that food or this food. Okay. Just like that, whenever there is a word discuss, you'll have to discuss both positive aspect as well as negative aspect and ultimately give a conclusions. ठीक है. So discussion meaning का यही होता है कि हमने पहले discussion करेंगे topic पे positive aspect, negative aspect, and at the end we'll have to take a decisions. ठीक है. That should be your answer. So let's start introduction. And dear student, I have already discussed about the basic of answer writing in our first video. So if you are not watch that video, please watch that video. After that you can come back and continue this video. Okay, so that you can understand the essence of a good answer. In this introduction you have to write like Indian constitution, while undeniably influenced by the various global sources, stand as a document distinct in its content and spirit. Okay. It borrow the federal structure from the USA and Canada, the parliamentary democracy from Britain, fundamental rights from the diverse sources. However, its brilliance lies in unique blend. That means this word is very much important. We have taken some provision, let's say from USA, we have taken some provision from UK, but we tends to modify them according to our need. For example, we have taken the parliamentary form of government from the Britain, but we have modified the form according to our need. For example, we have an elected head like president, but in Britain they have hereditary head of queen or king. So that shows our unique blend. So we'll put a heading of how global constitution influence our constitution of India. Okay, first is federal structure. The federal structure, US model, provide a framework for power distribution and fostering both national unity and state autonomy. Okay, so you can write about federal structure. Also the Canadian constitutions also influence the federal structure. Then second is about the parliamentary democracy. The Britain Westminster system influence the structure of the government, ensuring responsible government. Okay, you can write that. Then fundamental rights. The concept of diverse constitution like US Bill of Right. The US Bill of Right influence the fundamental right, inform the fundamental right enshrined in the Indian constitutions. You can also talk about DPSP also from Irish constitution. Then you can write about emergency provision. Emergency provision from German, like former German Weimar constitution. Then fundamental duties. फंडामेंटल ड्यूटी फ्रॉम USSR, सॉरी ठीक है, फॉर्मर रशिया जो इसको हम बोलते हैं, यूनाइटेड, ठीक है. यू कैन मेंशन ऑल दिस पॉइंट टू मेक योर पॉइंट मोर एंड डाइवर्स पॉइंट. ठीक है. आफ्टर दैट you have to discuss, though we have taken this provision, but they are distinct and unique as per the need of the India. So we need to discuss, like for example, the directive principle. This unique feature outline the government socio-economic goals, creating a framework for welfare state. Though we have taken the DPSP from the Irish constitution, but we have suitably modified as per the need of our own, own socio-cultural need of our peoples. ठीक है. Then secularism, the recognizing the India is a religious pluralism. The constitution guarantee the equal respect of all religious, unlike many western models. जो वेस्टर्न मॉडल है, वेस्टर्न मॉडल टॉक्ड अबाउट सेपरेशन ऑफ religion from state. There is no relations, but India is India is a multi religious and religious diversities coexist. So we follow a model where synthesis model, like there is a coexist. That means this is the state and this is the religion. A religion cannot influence the state, but state can influence the religious policy. For example, Sabarimala, we have make number of policies to regulate the functioning of the government, like different temples. Okay, temple acts. That shows that secularism we are following are quite different from what is followed in the western country. Okay. The next is fundamental duties. It is complex. It complement the guaranteed right with a sense of responsibility, fostering sense of civic engagement among the citizens. Look, the fundamental duties you'll find all the socialistic country like Russia, but India being a democratic country, it included the fundamental duties. That shows the uniqueness of our Indian constitutions. ठीक है. And the fundamental, you also know that the fundamental right are meaningless unless we follow the fundamental duties. For example, I am giving an example. The fundamental right, Article 32. Article 32 is talked about a right to constitutional remedy. But at the same time, the fundamental duties talked about the protection, preservation of the constitution. So once you are not in a position to protect, preserve, respect the constitutions, it is very difficult for us to get the right to constitutional remedies. So it complement the guaranteed right with a sense of responsibility, fostering a sense of civic engagement among citizens. ठीक है. And next is about the flexibility. The amendment process allow the constitutions to adapt to evolving needs and unlike rigid models. So whenever we are making our constitution, we have two models. One is US model, which is rigid in constitutional amendment, and USA model, UK model, which is very flexible. So India follow in a synthesis of both this model, where it is not that easy for the constitutional amendment, so that the current government cannot change as per their whims and fancies, while at the same time it is not too rigid to change as per the need of the time, situation or exigency. ठीक है. So these are some of the distinct point that is unique to the India. Then these are distinct point that is after we have taken from some part of the world, we have modified according to our needs. Next is some beyond borrowing. That means we have taken something unique that is nowhere mentioned in the constitution. First is social justice. The constitution goes beyond mere right by including socio-economic right, aiming for the substantive equality. So जो social justice का meaning होता है, it is not about like bringing about the equality at the superficial levels. मतलब ऊपर से equality नहीं लाना चाह रहा. It try to bring equality at the real ground levels. ठीक है. Substantive means ground levels. ठीक है. The substantive means the bringing equality at the ground levels. Then next is citizenship. Though we are borrowed the federal principle from USA, India has a single citizenship promoting national unity after trauma of partitions. ठीक है. आपको पता होगा we have a partition like after independence we have a partition. Because of that country was divided into two parts, Pakistan and India. So because of that trauma we have created a single citizenship. ठीक है. That means which state you are belongs to. You might belongs to Kashmir, or you might belongs to the Tamil Nadu, or you might belongs to the Arunachal Pradesh or Gujarat. You are the citizen of India. ठीक है. You have equal right all over the India. So that foster a spirit of brotherhood and national unity. The next point is the adult suffrage, the universal adult franchise. That means सबको वोट देने का अधिकार है. Everyone has the right to give vote. Like all the candidates, those who are contesting elections, they are elected by all the peoples. ठीक है. All people means those who are more than 18 year old, and they are not barred by any law of the parliament or constitutional provisions. ठीक है. So universal adult franchise, regardless of the Indian constitution provides the universal adult franchise regardless of caste, religion, was a bold step towards inclusive society. मैं आपको एक अच्छा चीज़ बता देता हूँ. Even the so called western developed democracy, they are not even a positions to provide the universal adult franchise during after their independence. But India at the time of 1947 provide universal adult franchise. ठीक है. ठीक है. These are some of the unique points that make Indian constitution unique as compared to the other country, though we are borrowed from them. Then we need to add a conclusions. This creative adoption of borrowed element along with homegrown innovations. ठीक है. Though we have taken something from the other constitution, but along with homegrown innovation, we have innovated something. We have modified that borrowed provision according to our needs. Make Indian constitution a remarkable document, uniquely suited to the need and aspiration of the peoples. ठीक है. This is all about the day 2 model answer. Please, dear student, do participate our daily answer writing program. You can join our telegram, the link that is given in the description box. You can also comment if you want anything or any topic related to that, any video we should make, then definitely we'll make video. Please do subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any update, and please take care of yourself.